I've worked as an executive communication consultant and speech pathologist for more than a decade, and many of my clients and subscribers have asked me how to exit conversations, especially when interacting professionally on an appointment calendar. How can we exude a memorable and warm impression while closing an appointment without looking brash, rushed, or frugal with our schedule? Today's video will answer that question. We will dedicate time together to consider how to close your appointments with decorum and eloquence. Welcome to the Cadenza channel. I'm Dr. Sarah Lobigiger de Rodriguez. I train executives, experts, and industry leaders to speak with clarity, confidence, and charisma to achieve their career, brand, or business goals faster, using science-backed, personalized communication and executive voice coaching. So if that sounds like something you're looking for, be sure to subscribe. I work worldwide, so I've dropped a link to how you can work with me in the comments below. Do you struggle to exit conversations when consulting, in meetings with your stakeholders, so that everything runs to schedule smoothly and punctually? Or maybe you're inclined to run meetings over time and want to have more control over your workflow, the time you spend, and also be mindful of not impinging on your professional contact's schedule as well. For over a decade, I've been delivering thousands of consultations at Cadenza and through my speech pathology clinic, Speech House, and B2B consultancy, Voice Science. In today's video, I'll share with you how you can learn to use your soft skills, words, and body language to support your message so that you can exit meetings professionally, on time, and without feeling guilty or disingenuous by presenting yourself in a way that sets people at ease, increases your good impression, and maintains rapport while running on time. Whether you're a consultant, medical professional, or corporate worker, this episode will give you new ideas to exit professional meetings and conversations punctually and on a high note. Just like arriving on time is vital for a good impression, ending on time is too. I've always considered that arriving on time is the easiest way to prepare for a meeting. So much so, I don't think you can ever be really too early. But the way a meeting or appointment ends is also just as vital because that is the cherry on the top of the time together and a fantastic way to set your contact at ease. Having a good grasp on time should not just stop at the start of an appointment or meeting. All good meetings need to end well, and it's better if they end on time. Now, of course, you may be worried that this puts you at risk of looking tight and mercenary with your time, especially if you're working as a consultant. But remember, when you meet your patient, client, or contact, you no doubt have more people waiting to see you, but also consider that your contact has plans after your time with them too. As generous as you may feel, it's not ideal to impinge on their time frame, as it can also sabotage the flow of their day thereafter as much as your own. Running meetings over time may feel generous, but it's technically bad etiquette. Efficient and precisely managed meetings will always yield a strong impression. Indeed, research by El-Sayed El-Kuli et al. Suggests that the person directing the meeting may appear incompetent and attendees may become cynical and demotivated when meetings appear to be poorly managed. So, we need an exit strategy, as much for us as for our contact. Now, if you're the kind of communicator who feels bad to be a timekeeper, consider that a clear rapport-building exit strategy is going to function as an interpersonal tool that will be just as vital as your greeting at the opening of your appointment. I'm the kind of person who gets pumped up, excited, and vivacious at the prospect of meeting my clients because I love one-to-one conversations. I'm really well suited to working as a consultant, so I've discovered. But over the years, I've had to use careful strategies to ensure that I'm mindful of managing my calendar without hiccups to prevent the day falling over like dominoes and feeling 5 to 10 minutes behind myself. So here are my top strategies. I hope you find them helpful. Strategy number 1 is to use an agenda. All good meetings should have an agenda. Create a time-specific agenda if running a meeting. If you're a consultant, your client may not need to see the key time markers, but do be sure to have a very clear outline of what key areas you're going to focus on and be diligent with the flow of the consult. Meetings need formal rules and structure, and how time is managed is no exception. Strategy number 2 is to make reference to the time allocated for the meeting, appointment, or consultation. When your client, stakeholder, or patient has a clear idea of the time scheduled together, you will mitigate any misunderstanding and make expectations clear. As a medical professional, I have some intense calendar demands. Here are a few ways you can also apply time allocation and make it clear. Firstly, at the start of the appointment, make reference verbally to how much time you're spending together. That could sound like this. Over the next 45 minutes, we're going to implement a powerful solution for your insert what you're working on. Secondly, ensure that all calendar invites and appointment reminders include specific information on the duration of the appointment. Several years ago, I ran a university voice clinic, which involved overseeing 4 voice therapy rooms through which 24 clients attended daily while supervising 6 students at the same time. It was hectic, maybe it sounds a bit like your workflow, but I learnt the art of time management in this role and how to intersect it with a human-centered approach, and I'm so grateful for this experience. We implemented clear communication in all digital correspondence and ensured the students inform patients clearly at the start of the appointment of the goals of the meetings and the time duration embedded subtly, which helped the students keep accountable. My third strategy for you is a recommendation to have a clock that you can see in the room. Whether you're in a consulting room, office, or working online, it's easy to think a watch, your computer, or a phone will do the trick, but I promise you, don't rely on that. Get a small clock and place it where you can see it for your meetings. This will assist you to designate the right amount of time to stick to the agenda, get maximum value for your client or stakeholders, and also protect their time and your own more effectively. If you're a medical professional, you'll know how terrible it is to keep your upcoming patients waiting. So check whether the clock is visible in your suites, and if not, make some adjustments. If you're in one-to-one consultations, a clock will appear more professional than checking your phone constantly, which I suggest concealing in all cases while meeting with people or in conversations. My fourth strategy for you is to prevent an abrupt close by staggering the meeting ending and adding earlier warning. Your clients are keen to see you and learn from you or interact with you. Your patients are desperate for answers or cures. Your team member is keen for support, or your employee eager to develop under your guidance. And you, no doubt, are so happy to give your time and insights, but it's up to you to prevent info dumping and bring clarity and structure to the meeting. Remember the necessary agenda I mentioned? Use your key time marker to guide your flow through the consult. This might involve you setting up the time block as follows. Let's consider a 45-minute consultation with your client. Your appointment flow might look like the following. Start the session. At 20 minutes, say, as we approach the halfway mark. At the 35-minute mark, endeavour to have no new content and move to the pre-close agenda. At the 45-minute mark, you're approaching session end. This approach will prevent you from impinging on your contact's time as much as your own. It will also keep you on point with the flow of your meeting topics. Mapping consultations out in this manner will also be helpful in assisting you to identify how much you can realistically fit in your meeting. My fifth strategy for you is to use affirming and civil closing phrases to guide the meeting to a close. As you near the close point of your meeting, it can be challenging to prevent discussion of off-topic business. But if you have a waiting room full of eager patients, or if your contact has a long day ahead, be mindful of concluding the time spent together punctually. While it may always feel abrupt for you to close a conversation or appointment, consider it is respectful to follow the schedule for both parties. If your appointment is in person, your closing phrase must include the following: a rapport-building statement, accompanied by body language that's intentional, including a stand, and usher. So you have closing statement plus stand plus usher, at which you stand with calm composure and openly and warmly usher your contacts to the exit. This may feel directorial, but remember, your intent is to be professional and warm, and one of the best ways to do that is to demonstrate well-mannered acknowledgement of the valuable time together through the statement, its close, and the imminent departure. I always remind myself that closing a meeting is like closing a fantastic book. Just because a story has an end that we became aware of doesn't mean the story loses value. In fact, a strong and well thought out book ending is often what makes us love the time we spent reading. A meeting is the same. I now want to provide you with a few examples of closing phrases plus stand and usher you might like to use. I'll provide some variety so that you have ideas no matter whether you're working in consulting, running team meetings, or delivering medical appointments. Well, that covers everything for today. Our next appointment will be the 18th of November. Let's head together to reception. So great to see you today. We've had an inspiring meeting together today. It's been great discussing the coming project. We'll have to leave it here, but let's correspond over email regarding our next catch up with the pipeline and timeframes. How does that sound?
That's great. Thank you, Dr. Sarah, for your time.
Great. Let's head out. Working on your daily skincare regime is a valid goal for the coming month ahead, and I'm really looking forward to checking in on your progress when you come back in next in April. I'll show you out to reception.
Thank you so much for your time.
And we made it. We meandered through a lot of taxing tools for your communication today, but you reigned victorious. How did you find it?
Very useful. Thank you so much for all the information and tactics provided.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the number of tools we could introduce today. I'm also looking forward to checking in on your progress in your next session. So I'll be seeing you next week.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you again, Dr. Sarah.
And we can put a bit more in. And if you're working online, you might want to append one of the previous with the following. Oh my goodness, I've got to go. The fire brigade has just arrived. Logging off now. Today, we have covered 5 practical approaches to building a strong and memorable impression as you close your meetings so you can demonstrate decorum, maintain your eloquence, and set your contact at ease when closing punctually. I'd love to know which strategy was your favourite and how you intend to use it next time you're facilitating a meeting, consulting, or managing a catch-up with your team. So let me know in the comments. Did I miss any suggestions that support rapport and connection when closing meetings or consultations? Let me know what works for you in the comments, as I'm sure other members of our community will love to pick up more ideas. At Cadenza, we train speech cadence for executives, leaders, and experts so that the integrity of their thoughts, intentions, and messages remain intact once in the boardroom, on camera, or stage using speech science principles and the Cadenza protocol to both set you and your listener at ease for the conversations that matter. We train you in the 7 domains that build charisma, cadence, and credibility. Humans are experts at reading and interpreting speech signals. Our message delivery is measured for its merit and worth. Confident communication predicates our connection and impact. I have many resources and science-backed tactics that can assist you, so be sure to get in touch for more info and check the description box below where I've left some bonus resources. And if you want to take your communication in daily life further to increase your professional speaking polish so that you can achieve the career outcomes you want, you should consider our Executive Communication Profile appointment. I've left a link to all the details over on our website. Be sure to check it out. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to click subscribe and also click like. I hope you found this meeting etiquette focused topic helpful. Do you have questions? Use the comments section below. I read every comment and can't wait to hear from you. Also, I should mention you can find the scientific references listed over on our article about this topic on the website. Thanks so much for watching, and ciao for now.